How are you guys going to be able to use that to your advantage?
Well, I think we like being balanced, and obviously the run game is a big part of that balance. So we'll be looking to get that on track to help out the passing game. I think when we're best, we're very balanced, and that'll certainly be a key against them.
Last year, you guys seemed to really attack the seams a lot and a lot of routes and stuff. And this year, it seems to be more hitches and outs and that sort of thing. You look like you can throw the ball equally well at either spot. Do you have a preference on where you'd like to go? I mean, everybody.
I mean, not really a preference. No, it just I've said this a couple times through different weeks. It's all about how they want to play you. And so basically, it comes down to how they want to stop our running game. Do they want to fill up the middle of the field and bring guys down the box, or do they want to bring everybody low and have opportunities over the top? It's kind of a different thing every week, and it's all about taking what they give you. If they give you a shot, you got to try to hit the home run, and if they don't, you just got to keep plunking away until you can break one.
There's no position like quarterback in sports. I mean, you're getting the play with 15 seconds left. You got to go over your pre-snap read, look over the field coverages, and then how many plays you have? What, two probably? You have two or three?
Yeah, it all depends on different packages and situations and all that. So,
do you ever kind of decompress and go, "Wow, I got a lot to do in such a short period of time"? And then if you call the wrong one, boom, you know.
Yeah, I think maybe in the past I would have, but I've had the opportunity to be coached by such good coaches over 5 years and play with guys that do it well, that it's just kind of a routine. And we got out of that routine. We never really take delay of games, and those ones that we took hurt us. But it's all about their getting up there, making a decision, and then making the best out of your decision, whether it's a throw, pass, whatever the case may be. Whatever you choose, you got to go and make the best play.
Thank you.
Sense the fan base becoming a little impatient with the team just because it's 8 games in and you guys have kind of shown the inability to get much better on offense.
Yeah, well, obviously they have a right to be upset. When you don't score points, you're not going to get that many fans. So it's up to us to score points. Eventually it comes down to just the players executing, all 11 guys on offense, and we feel that burden. And we're doing our best every week in practice. We've put together some good weeks of practice, and we're just looking for that opportunity to go prove it on the field again.
Can expect, so we're gonna have our work cut out for us Saturday.
They a couple of years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, they had a really good front four. I think they had 9 sacks against you. Then this was going way back, probably when you were in high school, but they just seem to be very aggressive up front. I think they had 7 sacks against Illinois. What are they doing differently than maybe they did last year? And maybe is it the execution that's better than it was last year?
Yeah, I think it's their second year under this coordinator. Obviously, I think confidence has been a key, and I think they're starting to develop more of a mentality that they can get after the quarterback. And it's fair to say that a lot of stuff in college football is mental. So you get a front four that's confident and knows what they're capable of. That can be scary, but at the same time, I'll come back and say I think we're improving very well, and that I think we can handle our own, and we'll be ready for the challenge.
Mixing in all these new pieces, how much does that make the challenge even greater when you're?
Yeah, there's you can take a little bit more time maybe to develop a little bit of gelling sense. I don't know what the word would be for it, but I think we're gonna be okay. I think again, Jordan's been stepping in throughout camp. He's rotated in there, and then Austin's obviously he's played with us before, so. I think we're going to be ready, and I think it's going to be a great football game.
You've had a lot of practice in avoiding the noise over the years, probably going way back. And at this point, because there's negativity in the air, you've lost 2 straight games. Do you have to kind of step in and circle the wagons per se with your teammates, or?
No, I think it falls on everybody. Start with upperclassmen, especially. We've been here, we've been through hard times. We've been at the good times as well. We know the system works. I think we all believe in it, and then it's just it comes down to us to really lead by example right now and make sure the younger guys look at us and say, okay, these guys are still all in. Make sure they stay all in, and then I think we're going to be just fine. We got 4 games here, and I think we're going to do our best and keep improving and become a better football team.
The mental approach right now, is it? How do you make football fun again after this, or do you just push through and Saturday's the fun day kind of thing?
Yeah, practice has never been fun. Even when you are winning, losing makes football less fun. But at the same time, I still think that we're very fortunate to get to come out and play football every day. And you know, if it's not fun, you know, maybe it's time to move on. But losing hurts. It, you know, doesn't make it as much fun. But I think guys are still having a great time doing what we love.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
Let it go from there.
Is it challenging to prepare for a team like Indiana where I know last week you faced a team in Northwestern that uses 2 quarterbacks, but they use theirs differently than Indiana uses theirs.
Yeah.
And you see that they have 2 guys that are pretty similar.
Yeah, but like it's just different. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just kind of different. You just look at it kind of different in a different way, a different view.
Does Indiana try to put you guys out on an island a little bit more than some of the others? I mean, they move guys around.
Yeah, pretty much. They like to do screens on the outside, making the corners come up, make a play, make the safeties come down, make a play, forcing the linebackers to come out. So yeah, pretty much.
That's got to be different. I mean, you played a couple of games in a phone booth. Now you're playing on a wide field. I mean, against Indiana. I mean, the challenges it presents for you. I mean, it's got to be immense. I mean, to go from watching the run, trying to contain Le'Veon Bell to now you're all over the place on every given play.
Yeah, it's a little more pressure, but like I said, in practice we have to come out here and do whatever we can with the scouts, and hopefully that'll help us out.
It seems like within a week, I mean, right before the Penn State game, you guys had a lot of confidence. People had a lot of confidence in you.
Yeah.
A couple of tough games, and now the sky has fallen. I mean, how do you guys change that attitude, or is it just us on the outside that have that attitude?
I think it's just y'all on the outside that have that attitude. We're just a big family. We know what's going on within this building, within this facility, so we all just stick to each other and don't really bother with the outside world.
How do you avoid the noise?
Put your cell phone down, no Facebook, no newspapers, none of that. Nothing that involves the media.
Unfortunately, probably don't read any newspapers.
No.
But, as far as Facebook goes and stuff, I mean, I'm sure even in class you got guys probably saying, hey, man, what happened the other day or something. I mean,
Well, not really. Like, they know when something's bad. They really don't really say anything to us. They just kind of give us that stare like, oh, he's in the room now, so I don't know.
So they can't say anything bad about the football team. Is that what you? Yeah. Does that feel kind of weird? You walk in, everybody knows who you are, pretty much, and then all of a sudden it's like, eyes are at you and everything. Does that feel kind of strange?
Not really. That's like a normal day, Even without football, just walking to a class, people just looking, just thinking like, oh, he's a football player. He must play some type of sport. So like, I'm kind of used to it.
Was that hard to get used to when you came here from Cincinnati?
Not really. Nah. Pretty much the same thing in high school too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the importance? I mean, this game's got obvious importance, but not only just for a win, but to feel good about yourselves and the way you played. I mean, you guys had to massage your egos a little bit this week. I mean, just trying to, hey, we're all right. We're 4-4. Not too bad. I mean,
yeah, pretty much. We just came in the other day, went over the film, things like that, and looked at all the positives of it, and try to gain from there and grow from there.
Did you? There were plenty of broken plays. I mean, and King Coulter is all over the place. I mean, did you look a lot at those, or did you just, here's the breakdown here, but let's look at what else we did positively? Is that kind of how that worked?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Boots. Appreciate it.
Improve on the things we didn't do well.
What kind of challenges does Kofi Hughes and some of the other quick bit backs that they have at Indiana present for you, specifically in the areas you cover in the zone?
Any back that's quick, it's going to be a little different. But Damon, he's a quick back, so we can get a lot of good practice facing these backs. So we're used to these type of backs. We've seen a number of good backs this year, so we just got to be focused and just do our fundamentals right.
Do you go ones versus ones very often?
Yeah, Coach Vance gets us, I want to say about 25 plays against the ones throughout the week, so I think we get enough work.
Is that full pads, full hitting, or I know it's pads, but or hit and wrap
we usually just butt up, just hit. We don't take it to the floor or nothing like that. We just wrap up and let go.
Okay. They seem to, their offense is pretty good. I mean, the way they've scored 49 on Ohio State. What do you see out of them maybe as compared to last year?
They're just more confident. They had good players last year. I think this is a more confident group, and they're getting better every week, as you can see. And we're gonna have our hands full. We're gonna have to prepare this week like we never prepared before.
You got to cover more in space probably against this team than against, say, Michigan State or even Penn State. What kind of challenges does that present you?
It's going to be challenging. It's something we don't do every week, but I'm sure Coach is going to have a game plan for us to put us in the right position, to make it easy on us.
Thank you.